Hi guys, and welcome to another video. My name's ohyeah and I'm aspiring to be a better person. If you've never seen my face before, I want to keep seeing it. All you have to do is one thing and one thing only, and it's free. That's the best part, it's free. Click the big red button right down there. I know you can see it, I know you're smart, and subscribe to this channel and you get to see videos of me every Tuesday and every Sunday. So this morning I woke up and I just took a moment to reflect because I was like, I'm so grateful for the amazing friends that I have in my life, which if you're my friend, I'd like to give you a big shout out because you're an amazing person. You contribute so much to my life. You're a positive source of energy on a daily basis. If you're in my life, I love you. If you're not, this isn't shade, to be very honest. We just grew apart. And I was like, you know what, let me make a video because we're in our 20s. It's a big part of growing, especially in our 20s where we're constantly changing. These are the years where we really define what our lives are going to be. And the people who surround us are constantly changing. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a little video. Let's discuss these outgrowing friends moving forward and why it happens. And when do you know when you should cut someone? Because, bruh, I'm telling you, some people in your life today are sitting right down. And maybe by the end of this video, you'll be like, bruh, I think I need to cut Sarah. I think it's time for Madeline to go. But let's get right into it. The years where we're defining who we are. It's the years where we may find our purpose. To some people, you don't find your purpose in your 20s. And it's fine, no judgment here. I'm still looking for my purpose. But as your goals change, as your dreams change, the people around you are also constantly changing. And that especially happens when their dreams and their goals are not moving forward in the same pace as yours. And that's why people outgrow friendships. But the thing is, it's also very difficult to tell someone, listen, sister, it's over. Me and you cannot be friends anymore. It's very difficult for you to distance yourself from someone that you care so much about because it's a friendship. You love your friends. And sometimes they gotta go, they gotta be cut. But the reason why it's so hard is because people interpret things very differently. You may tell your friend, listen, Sarah, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like we can move forward in a friendship. It's not you, it's me. And Sarah's gonna be like, why? Ohyeah, you think you're better than me? What? Why do you don't want to be friends with me anymore because you got goals now? So you can't be friends with me anymore just because you want to go out and do things better with your life doesn't mean that I can't be in your life. So you think you're better than me now? Huh, Ohyeah? You think you're a bad bitch now? What? And that can be very scary. The feeling of hurting someone. People are not going to receive it like positively all the time. Be like, okay, fine, I'll just leave you. We can't be friends anymore. I'm okay with it. Not necessarily. Secondly, no one wants to be alone. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I like to have friends. I don't want to be alone. It's a great part of life is to have people to share life with. But the thing with that is that we live in a society where to the simple-minded, friends are a symbol of validation and a symbol of acceptance. Hear me out. What I mean is that let's think about anybody you know today that has no friends. We call them loners. Oh, he's weird or she's weird. And why is that? Because in our minds, society has told us that if you have friends, you're valuable, you conform to the norm, you're accepted, and that's only because we sometimes allow other people to determine how much we're worth. We sometimes go out and have friendships because we want to be validated, because other people in our lives to us are who's supposed to tell you, girl, you're worth something, you're beautiful, you're intelligent. Whereas guys, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And the only way you can reach a space where you're okay with being alone, which is the foundation to entering good friendships, is when you know and you learn to be okay with being alone. And once you're alone, whilst you're alone, you need to learn to cultivate a sense of trust in yourself, a self-belief in yourself and in your purpose, in your goals. That way, when you enter friendships, it's not the friendships are completing you, but the friendships are adding to you who's already complete, if you guys see what I mean. You're not entering a friendship wanting the friends to fill up the emptiness inside of you. No. Friendships are supposed to be a space where you guys get to share. Your friends teach you new things. Your friends show you things from a different perspective. Your friends are an addition to your life and not a completion of your life. And that's really where you've got to take a step back and realize, are you in healthy friendships that are actually adding to you? Are you in friendships because you don't feel valuable enough? You need to take a step back and enter friendships loving yourself, accepting yourselves, because if you don't, you enter a space where you're in a friendship because you're expecting things. And like I said in my last video, if you didn't watch it, please go and watch it. I'll put something here or down below. Just go check it out. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But in my last video, I did say that in life, you need to go into everything with intentions and not expectations. If you remember why, you're real and beefy. But why I said that is because if you enter a friendship with intentions, that's to say, let's say that my definition of being a good friend is that I'm your ride or die. No matter what you need, when you need it, I'm there. If it's midnight and you're calling me that, girl, I can't open this can of beans, come out and help a sister out, and you're living 2 hours from me, I'm on the bus, I'm calling the Uber, bro, I need to get there, I'm there, I open the can of beans for you, because to me, that's what a good friend is. But those are my intentions, because when I enter a friendship, I want to be the best friend I can be. My intentions are to be a good friend, not expectations where when you call me talking about, please come help me with this can of beans, I'm like, fine, I'll do it, but only if in 2 weeks at 3 p.m. you're gonna be at my house with a bucket of chicken. Because I'm expecting things. That's not how it works. Because guess what? Your expectations will never, ever, ever be reached. Not only that, but expectations are placed on other people, and you can't control other people. All you can control is yourself. And the only way to do that is, once again, learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself alone. So when you enter friendships, it's nothing but blossoms and flowers and amazingness. You may be sitting and watching this video and being like, but when do I know it's the end of a friendship? Like, what if I'm in a friendship right now, it's actually the end, but I actually don't know? Well, I have a few tips for you, or I don't even know the tips. I just thought of this and I think they're cool. I'll share it with you anyways, it doesn't matter. So, one thing that my mom always asks me when I tell her about a new friend or a new acquaintance or whatever, there's 2 questions that she asks me, and I promise you, if you don't have the answers to these 2 questions, the truth is you're not actually friends, you're just acquaintances, and to be honest, you don't even have anything to cut because, like I said, you're not even friends. But what she asked me is, number 1, what do they study? You're probably like, what does that even matter? I met Sarah at the club the other night and we were jamming to Davido's Dami Duro. That's chill and everything, but the reason why that question is important, whether what is it that they're studying now or what is it that they studied, at least for me, is because where I am in my life is a space where I go to school. That's my main occupation. Meaning that 100%, actually 100% of my friends are people I met in a school context. So when I meet someone, knowing what they study tells me, do they have a will to fulfill a certain purpose or certain goal in their life? That tells you if that person has drive and a goal, or they riffraff and hikihaga. That's a simple position of it, but that's why my mom would ask that question and ask herself that question. What is this person doing in their life? Not necessarily what are they studying, but what are they doing in their life to make their life better? The second question is, where is he or she from? Again, you're probably like, who cares, man? I don't know where she was born or what the address of her house is. It doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not asking you to go stalk this person. What I'm asking is, where are they from in terms of what are their morals, what are their values, in what type of a home or a household were they brought up? Because that really tells you what this person's intentions are. And if they have expectations, it can also give you a gauge of what kinds of expectations they may have of you. But at the same time, as I said in my last video, people's origins, where someone is from, to a certain extent determines where they are going. When you know where someone is from, it will tell you what are the things that they may need to achieve, what are the things that they may need to do to move forward. If someone is coming from a wealthy background, they don't necessarily need to be in school because they may have money waiting for them. If someone is coming from a background that's not as wealthy, they sometimes, again, I'm not generalizing any of these statements, they sometimes are more focused on institutionalized education, because I low-key think university is a scam, such as universities, because they believe that that is a way they'll advance, get jobs, and make their lives a better life. And hence why knowing where someone is from is very important as to, the intentions, their morals, their values, and what they place importance on. So those are the first 2 things. If you don't know the answer to those questions, my friend, I'm sorry to tell you, my mom would tell you this, and I'm about to say it too. I never believed it until I really thought about it. You're not friends, to be honest. You're acquaintances, and if you don't know those 2 things, you're not really uplifting each other in a very positive manner. If you don't agree, please comment down below. I want to hear your perspective on this. But the other thing, to know that maybe it's time to sever the friendship, maybe it's time to cut ties, part ways, good riddance, my friend, is when you're in a friendship with someone who only wants to complain and gossip. They're a great time, they're a great person, but all they do is come over to your place, to your room if you're in residence, or whatever it is, to your basement if you're still living with your parents, no judgment here once again, and all they do is complain and gossip about people who they believe are doing, about the things that people are doing wrong in their lives, instead of spending time talking and discussing about how they can do things to better their lives and the lives of those around them. all they do is come, complain, and gossip. Depending on how you are, it could be that you're one of those people that when they're around, you gossip with them, and that's fine. That's your life. Do what you want. You want to gossip, gossip. I don't do it, but that's me. Or you can be someone who just sits and laughs with them, but that's about it. But at the end of those 2-3 hours gossiping, laughing, making noise up and down, eating chicken, what do you gain? Honestly, what do you gain? And the other thing, I have to ask a question. If they are gossiping about other people with you, how do you know that they don't go to other people and gossip about you? Is that not a valid question? Actually though, because honestly, those people are a waste of time. I would say that in this situation, don't necessarily sever, you don't have to just cut friendships, but what you can do is take distance from those people and be like, hey, you're not really bringing anything positive to my life. We spend a lot of good times together, but they're not anything that make us move forward in a positive manner. We're just gossiping, talking about other people, which is not, depending on what your train of life or journey is, are not things you do when you're aspiring to be a better person yourself. Judging others should not have space in your life. And I have to say that the last thing, and those people, honestly, for me, I call them enemies of progress. Let me tell you why. So who are the enemies of progress? Enemies of progress. Honestly, shout out to all the enemies of progress that I've missed in my life, because this is actually shade right now. So shout out to all the enemies of progress that were cut, because I hope you progress, to be very honest. I wish you all the best. I wish you're having a beautiful life. But back to the definition of an enemy of progress. An enemy of progress is someone who literally does not want you to move forward. They don't want you to finish university. They don't want you to get a better job. They don't want you to fulfill any of your dreams. That's to say, anything you bring to them, they're like, no, you can't do that. Aim lower. You tell them you want to go to the library. Why are you going to the library? Let's go to the bar. Who needs the library? Didn't you read it last year? It's enough. You don't need to go back to the library for what? Enemy of progress. You tell them you want a better job. My friend, come on. You know that you're only worth $11 an hour. What are you going to go and apply for a better job for? What are you doing there? Enemy of progress. Like I was saying, and the thing is, these people are not people who necessarily realize what they're doing, and a lot of the time it's because they don't even believe in themselves, and as a result they're projecting onto you. Because they don't believe in themselves, they don't believe in it for you. And I'm telling you, these are people that no matter how strong you are, you can continue to be friends with them, but you will need to take distance, because this negative energy and this evil eye, as Welly calls it, will affect you in the long run, no matter how strong you are. And as a result, I understand that you can be good friends with someone and they just have a tendency to not see the potential for the future and working hard to move forward. All you can do is take some distance from them. And I'm telling you, I really feel like these people, for me, are the haters that are my motivators, because what I see it as is, if we were friends, we have something in common. And there's something that we had together, we're at the same level until there was a disconnect, as in I decided that I had the ambition or the drive to attain a certain goal. Meaning that if you're here, you may just need to see someone who's made it, or someone who's been able to do something you never believed you could do, so you can believe in yourself. So what I mean by that is, when you have these people in your life, go out there and do what you believe. Fulfill your purpose, pursue your goals and attain them, because at the end of the day, you will be an inspiration to someone that you may have known in the past, and you never know, you may be the person who makes them decide that, you know what, I'm tired of this $11 job. If Awali could do it, if Sarah, if Josephine, if I don't know who could do it, I can do it too. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to work hard, and I can make it too, no matter what their goals are. But I've been ranting about when do you cut friends and so on, but guys, something that's also very important is being supportive to your friends, okay? Like, your goals are changing, you're always growing. Friends will change, but when you do have friends, be a good friend. Generally be a positive source of energy in their lives, but also remember that I'm going to get a little bit biblical on you guys, because I never said this on the channel, but I'm Catholic, and I feel like it's a good time to plug this in here. But God put you on this earth with a purpose. You have a purpose. If you find that purpose, I truly believe that pursuing that and fulfilling what you were put on this earth to do is more important than hanging on to friendships that you may believe should be important. Trust in God's plan for you. And you may lose friends, gain friends here, but once you reach the finish line, I promise you this, there will be friends that will be the best friends you've ever had. And That's what matters. Are you happy? Because fulfilling your purpose and attaining your goals because they are your purpose are the things that will actually make you happy. Not just staying in horrible friendships just because you want to be loyal to horrible friends. Come on, guys. But yeah, that's really what I had to say about outgrowing friendships. If this video had any thoughts turning in your mind and you want to share them with me, please comment down below. I usually get like 2 to 5 comments, so I'll comment back to everybody. I'll like everything, so go ahead and comment down below. It actually really makes me happy to see comments. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel every Tuesday, every Sunday. Once again, I'm Ohyeah and I'm aspiring to be a better person. Bye guys. Yo, but before I go, real quick, one last thing. I just wanted to share this song with you guys. It's by Mirokun. It's called Sade. P.S. Mirokun, if you're watching this, you're secretly meant to marry. You just don't know yet. But yeah, guys, enjoy the song. It's lit. It's so nice. Anyways, I'm done now. Bye.